Hi everyone. Welcome. Oh, hold on. Let me unzip this. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Okay. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. Okay. So I'm only making one video for this update because I don't have too much to update on reading. I do have a little bit to update on a book call that I've just done. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, I hope everyone is having a good March so far. I am. It's going pretty good. Anyway, so let's start with the book updates. Reading updates? Anyway, I have been reading a lot on my Kindle Unlimited, and I've been reading books that have come out from other series that are continuing. So I read How Not to Kill a Hellhound. There's only, I think, one more book after this in the series by Shannon May. Yes, I had to look at it. Really good book. It was one that I was like really looking forward to because one of the main characters was like talked about so obscurely. Well, they both were actually in the other book. So I was really excited to read this one. Liked it a lot. And then I read The Sailor by Susan Stoker, which is a part of this new series she's writing. There's only going to be 4 books. So this was the second one. The third one doesn't come out until like August, I think. And then the fourth one, I don't think that comes out until like next January or something. So it's a ways off. But it was so good. I liked it. Not much to say. It was just a really good book and I enjoyed reading it. The next one I read was by Catherine Cowles. It was Across the Vanishing Sky, which is the first book in another new series she's starting. Oh, what's the series called? It's like Sugar Grove, or it's not Sugar Grove, but it's something Grove series. Anyway, the second book doesn't come out for a few months, I think, but I'm really excited to read it. Honestly, everything from the series sounds really exciting, so I'm ready for it. And then I read 2 books from another series by Hannah Shield. I read, what was it? I read the first book, Star-Crossed Colorado. But then I skipped to the 4th book, which is Sun-Kissed Colorado, because honestly, those were the 2 I was most interested in reading. Book 2 and 3, even though I was interested, I just wasn't that interested in reading them. And honestly, I was getting a little annoyed with Star-Crossed Colorado, which is the first book, but I finished it, and I'm happy I did, because it kind of like laid the groundwork right for all the other books. But Sun-Kissed Colorado, book 4, was really good. I really liked it. And then there's one more book in the series that hasn't come out yet. I can't remember when it's coming out, but I think it's soon, sometime in the next like 2-3 months, I think. And that series is like all about a set of brothers, like biological brothers. And the last book in the series is about the most controversial brother. And honestly, I really want to know what happened. And I'm super interested in his story. So I would definitely be reading that when it comes out. And then I started reading another series by Kelly Elliott. It was the Wild series. And the second book only just came out recently. Like, I think within the last month. or maybe it was at the beginning of this month. I can't remember. But there's going to be, I think, at least 3 more books, or maybe 2 more books. No, there's going to be at least 3 more books. Yeah. Anyway, the first one was Wild Cowboy, which was about the parents that the rest of the books are about. So the rest of the books are all about like 4 siblings, and the first book is kind of like a prologue book, or I guess a prequel book, because it talks about how the parents met and all of that. But it's like shorter. It's not like a full, I mean it's a full book, but it's only like 200 and some pages, so it's a little bit shorter than all the rest of the books that are over 300 pages. But yeah, Wild Cowboy is the first book, and then Wild Ride is the second book. And they were both like fun, cute, like easy reads to get through, but they were really enjoyable. And then I went on ahead and read book 5 and book 6 of Chris Michaels's series that is coming out right now. What's it called? Oh, Guardian Security Dynasty. So I read Heir of Honor, book 5, and I just finished reading Heir of Shadows, book 6 this morning. Yes, both very good. I've liked all of the books so far, but I really liked Heir of Shadows. So yeah, that's all that I've been reading on my Kindle Unlimited app. And then I have read a few more chapters in Caught Up by Navessa Allen. I had wanted to finish it this weekend, so I will be reading more of that today and hopefully finishing it or getting close to finishing it, because I would like to start reading in my books for my March TBR. So right now I'm on chapter 15, which is page 131, and I think I've only read like 2 chapters. Yeah, I was on like 110 or something like that. So yeah, I'm almost halfway. But yeah, I do plan to read more of it today, or hopefully finish it. And I would like to read more in The Secret Garden by Frances Burnett. I'd also like to finish that up this weekend, but I've only read 1 more chapter in that book, so still a long way from finishing that one. But I think I have a high probability of finishing Caught Up today. So that leads us into my book haul. I did get some of the books today, and then I got some of them in the mail. I am still waiting on 1 more book that I ordered, which is that I'm going to be reading for my March TBR, which is by Aja Gabel. I can't remember the title now. That's okay. But if you guys look at my last video, you'll see which one I was going to read by Aja Gabel. But I did get Awake, a memoir by Jen Hatmaker in. I'm excited to read it. Okay. And then I also got Stephen King's Under the Dome in for my 1,000+ page read. This book is actually 1,074 pages, so yes. I think I'm gonna be starting this first. I mean, not saying that I couldn't finish it, anyway, that came in. So now I have those 2, Enchantra, The 7-Year Slip, and Kingdom of the Wicked to read for March. And then once I get my book in by Aja Gabel, I'll have all my books for February. I mean, oh my gosh, I just said February, for March. So then Are you guys ready to see the rest of the books I got in? So let's start with the rest of the ones I got from Barnes & Noble. I decided to order How to Lose a Goblin in 10 Days by Jessie Silva. I'm sorry, but this book just sounded so cute, so I decided to buy it. Let me read you a little bit. It's a cozy tale of comfort and warmth unfolds in this debut novel following a halfling and a goblin who must learn to love each other despite their differences. When a halfling, Pansy, and a goblin, Wren, each think they've inherited the same cottage, they make a bargain. They'll live in the house together, and whoever is driven out first forfeits their ownership. Amid forced proximity and cultural misunderstandings, the two begin to fall in love. But when the cottage and their communities is threatened by a common enemy, the duo must learn to trust each other and convince goblins and halflings to band together to oust the tall intruder. I'm sorry, but this just sounds so funny, and the title reminds me of the movie with Matthew McConaughey and okay, I can't remember the actress's name, but How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. As soon as I saw this title, I thought of that movie, and then I was like, I need to watch that movie. But it sounded so cute and like lighthearted and good and fun and with a little bit of mystery. So I'm excited to read this. Let's see, what else did I get? And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. I'm so excited to read this. I just think it's going to be really good, and I think it's going to be really funny. And obviously, there's a chance it'll be a little bit slow going into it, like Heartstopper was. Heartstrings. Oh, Lord. Anyway, like the first book was. But I'm really excited to read about Jackson and his story because he was such a fun and funny character in the first book. I'm just really excited to find out what happens for him. Okay, so the next book I bought is called See You Yesterday by Rachel Lynn Solomon. And honestly, I bought this. It just sounded like super interesting, sounded different. It says, Barrett Bloom is hoping college will be a fresh start after a messy high school experience. But when school begins on September 21st, everything goes wrong. She's humiliated by the know-it-all in her physics class. She botches her interview for the college paper. And at a party that night, she accidentally sets the frat house on fire. She panics and flees. And when she realizes her roommate locked her out of their dorm, she falls asleep in the common room. The next morning, Barrett's perplexed to find herself back in her dorm room bed, no longer smelling of ashes and crushed dreams. It's September 21st, again, and after a confrontation with Miles, the guy from Physics 101, she learns she's not alone. He's been trapped for months. When her attempts to fix her timeline fail, she agrees to work with Miles to find a way out. Soon, they're exploring the mysterious underbelly of the university and going on wild romantic adventures. As they start falling for each other, they face the universe's biggest unanswered question yet. What happens to their relationship if they finally make it to tomorrow? So, it just sounded like super interesting. And I always love a book that plays with time, which is why I'm so excited to read the 7-Year Slip for this month. But yeah, this just sounded so good and funny and interesting, so I'm excited that I bought this. Now next, I got a book that many have been talking about and that I haven't heard any bad things about. Like, I've only heard good things about this book. And so I decided to buy it. I don't know if I'm going to read it right away, obviously. And I would really like to get through all of my books for this month. Like, I'm going to push myself to read all my TBR this month because I know I can. I'm just like slacking for no reason. So I'm not going to read this or I'm not going to start reading it unless I finish my TBR for the month. Otherwise, maybe it'll be on next month's TBR. I don't know, but I got The Will of the Many, Hierarchy Book 1 by James, oh my gosh, Islington? I don't know if that would be how you say it. But anyway, I've heard so much about this book. I've heard that it's great, that it's interesting, that I guess you would say its magic system is just so different and unique, and honestly just everything I've heard about it has just made it sound super interesting, so I got it. And I'm excited to read it eventually. Next, I got The Legend of the Nine-Tailed Fox by Katrina Kwan. Yeah, Katrina Kwan. She has another book that I also wanted to buy. I haven't bought it yet, but I really wanted to buy this because it just sounded so good. Here, let me read you a bit. You may be the last of her kind. At night, she stalks the streets of the city of Long Hao, luring in victims with the mask of a beautiful woman, then consuming them in her true form of the nine-tailed fox. When she is captured by a powerful demon hunter named Sonam and banished to hell, she manages one final act of revenge, dragging him and two of his subordinates down with her. Now trapped in an abyss with unimaginable terrors, they'll need to bypass the cunning gods who preside over each circle. Forced to rely upon one another as they claw their way out of the underworld, both demon and demon hunter discover that there is more to the other than meets the eye. So, oh yeah, The Last Dragon of the East. That's the other book by her that I wanted to buy that I haven't bought yet. But yeah, it's adventure, a little bit of romance. So I was really excited to buy this, and I'm really excited to read it. Okay, now let's talk about the other books that I got today. So those were all the ones that I ordered from Barnes & Noble, as well as Under the Dome and Awake, plus my book from Aja Gable that hasn't come in yet. And all of these other ones that I got are from the store. Okay, so I've seen one or two people talk about this, I think, but not a lot. But I was interested in it, especially because it has such a pretty cover. The Sun and the Star Maker. I can't even speak now. The Sun and the Star Maker by Rachel Griffin. So and honestly, this book is just, I mean, look at it looks like a stained glass window is sprayed onto it. And I mean, the cover is just, it's all beautiful. And, hold on. Let me show you because that's just the dust jacket. Let me show you the actual hardcover. Pretty. So pretty. And look at this. Hold on. Isn't that gorgeous? Hold on. Yeah, and it just continues on the back. But, like, it's beautiful. Like, so I was excited. Honestly, I was really just excited that they even had it at the store, because since I haven't, like, heard a whole lot about it, I wasn't sure if it was one of those books that really would get put out to other stores. But yeah, here, let me read what it's about. Once upon a time, the sun fell in love with a star maker. Nestled deep in the snowy mountains of the Lost Range, the village of Riviere, I'm not sure if I said that right, is a small miracle. Beyond the reach of the sun, Riviere is dependent upon the magic of the mysterious star maker. Every morning he trudges across a vast glacier and pulls in sunlight over the peaks, providing the village with the light it needs to survive. Aurora Finch grew up on tales of the Star Maker's magic, never imagining she'd one day meet him. But on the morning of her wedding, a fateful encounter in the frostbitten woods changes everything. The Star Maker senses a powerful magic within her and demands she come study under his guidance. With her newfound abilities tied to the survival of the village, Aurora is swept away to his ice-covered castle and far from everything she's ever known. The Star Maker is as cold and distant as the mountain itself, leaving Aurora to explore his enchanted castle alone. Yet the more she discovers about the sorcerer, the stronger their attraction grows, pulling her closer to the secrets he refuses to share. But a deadly frost approaches, and Aurora must uncover what the Star Maker is hiding before she is left in an endless winter that even the sun cannot touch. So, honestly, it just sounds super good, super interesting. So, I can't wait to eventually read that. Next, I got Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. I have heard a lot about this book, and again, I've only heard good things about it, and I wasn't actually sure what it was about, but I read the back before I bought it. I usually do that for all the books I buy. Anyway, I read the back, and it sounded so heart-wrenching, but also so beautiful, and so I'm really excited to read this. Next, they had the third book for the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy, The Score, out. So I bought that because as they've been coming out in the store, I've been buying them. So bought it. I actually am really liking these special edition covers too. They're just really pretty. There's also so much happening on the cover. Okay, the next book, which I was so excited to buy, excuse me, is The Poet Empress by Shin Tao. I'm so excited for this. I've also heard really good things about this, and before it was released, usually I look through the Apple Books app on my phone, you know, looking at new releases that are coming out at the beginning of the year, and this was one of them. And I had saved it on my phone because I knew if I didn't buy it in person, I was either gonna buy it on ebook or buy it audio so I could read it. And then I saw it in the store and I was like, yes, 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 yes. So I bought it, and honestly, I'm really excited to read it because I've also heard really good things about this. I'm just so excited. I mean, I'm excited about every book I buy, but I've heard good things. So, alright. And then the last book I bought, which I have heard so much about. And honestly, I've stared at it a while, wondering if I wanted to buy it. But they had this really nice special edition at the store, so I decided to just go for it. And that is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. Oh my god, I don't know what is up with me and tripping over words today, but yeah, look at this. So yeah, and look at these. It was such a beautiful edition. I mean, look at this. I don't know if anything's in the back one because I didn't look. Oh, that is so cool. It's a map. Okay, that is so awesome. Well, look, in the back of it says, I am coming to love him in 2 different ways, face to face and word to word. And then on the back of this hard cover protector it's got going on, it says, in the meantime, I hope you will find your place wherever you are, Even in the silence, I hope you will find the words you need to share. I've just heard, you know, really good things about this series, and especially about the other book that came out. I think a few people have said it's kind of like a prequel almost to the Divine Rivals series, but that it can be read separately and you don't necessarily need to read this to read that, or you don't necessarily need to read that to read this. And I'm not sure when I'll read this, but this was such a nice addition that I just wanted to buy it, so I did. But yeah, so all right, well, I think that's all I have for you guys today. I showed you all my new books, so showed you my other books that came in for my TBR, except for my one from Aja Gable that hasn't come in yet. I'm gonna have to check the mail tomorrow. But yeah, other than the few book updates I've given you, I don't have much else to talk about today. I could show you guys the 3 notebooks I got. Here, let me show you real quick. I love notebooks. This little cute one said Heads in the Clouds. It's just a cute notebook. It's just a plain lined notebook. I just love notebooks, and I will buy them for no other reason other than they're cute. And then I did buy this one, and I also just thought it was cute and I really liked it, and I kind of decided that, hold on, I'm trying to peel this sticker off the back. No. Okay, well, this isn't quite going like I thought it would. Okay, anyway, it says travel journal, and it has, you know, like post stamps all over from different places. I honestly, I was just thinking that even though I'm not necessarily going to be traveling to other countries this year, that maybe I would just write about all the places I do travel this year. So like, I traveled to Virginia this weekend for a friend's baby shower, you know, just like anytime I like leave home for any kind of traveling, I've just been thinking about writing down about it in this notebook. But I also just thought the notebook was really cute and just wanted to buy it. I'm still trying to peel this sticker off. It's kind of driving me nuts. I have to peel it off. I will get all of it off. It's just gonna take me. I don't know why the sticker split like that either, because it was coming off so good at first. Okay, I'll worry about that later. And then the last notebook I bought, honestly, it was just so pretty. I couldn't not buy it. Oh, look at that gold foiling. Like, and the pages have gold on it. And honestly, it was just so pretty. It's gorgeous. And the inside, it's a lined notebook, but it's just so big, and it's like college ruled, and I don't know what it is, but I love me some college ruled paper. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna use it for though. Like, it's so pretty that I feel like I can't just use it for something dumb and like writing random crap in. I feel like I need to use it for something important, but I don't know what that would be. Oh yeah, and here's the back. It's just got a bunch of like stars and stuff on it. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna write in it, but I'm gonna write something or use it for something. I had thought about buying another notebook for work, because I do use a notebook at work to like write down like everything I'm doing, so somebody can't come up and say, oh no, she didn't do that. No, yes, I did. I wrote it down, and I wrote the time down. So but yeah, okay, I don't have anything else to say. That's all I have to say. I think I'm gonna go now. I have some reading to do, and a video to now edit. I really want to get this sticker off though. Haha. Yes. Yes, you will peel off. Okay, anyway. Now that you guys are as satisfied as me, yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. And I am looking forward to having lots of updates for you. Yeah, so yeah, alright. Bye everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe. And come back to my channel, please. Bye.